Hello guys. Okay, so now I want to touch on our why. We talked a little bit about this in the first video, but I want to go over why we are here and why having your why is so important. So just to touch base again, you guys, like I mentioned, I joined this business just over 2 years ago now. And at the time, my boyfriend, now fiance, was gone over 300 hours a month at the railway. I was working a full-time corporate job and I was serving at nights. And although we were doing all the right things, we were working, we were trading our time for money, we could never get ahead. And that's when I realized that the system just seemed really broken. We were both working good paying jobs, but we were $60,000 in credit card debt. We couldn't even make our minimum payments. Like every single month, we were going deeper and deeper into the hole. The month was always longer than the amount of money that we had. We always had more month than money. And as soon as I got pregnant, I knew that something had to change. I literally had no more time to give. I was already serving at night. I was working my corporate job. Micah was gone so much. And it just didn't seem like there was any way out. And so I did what probably a lot of you guys did. I was looking at ways to make money from home. I saw people posting about this on social media, and I didn't jump in at first. It took me actually 3 years to sign with the person I did because I was that sure that I would not be able to be successful at something like this. When I finally joined and I decided to take that step, it was because my why was so strong. When I looked at my son, our first baby, I could not picture leaving him with somebody else. I could not picture going to a job to work 60 hours to barely be able to afford my life just to pay for somebody else to be with my kid. I would do anything for my kid. I would take a bullet for him. So you bet I was willing to step out of my comfort zone and learn how to do a business that I watched other people be successful at. As I started to look more into this, I realized that network marketing produced the most millionaires out of any industry besides professional sports. And while I am a pretty good basketball player, I wasn't going to be in professional sports. So I took this as an opportunity to really learn how to do it from home. That was my why. So every day that I looked at my son and, the days where I felt like it wasn't working or I wanted to give up or, maybe people weren't supporting me right away, that was my reason. I would do anything for my kids, so I was not going to look at him and give up because it was uncomfortable for me. So the purpose of this video is we want to talk about our why. In the comments, I want you to post your why and I want you to tag your enroller. What is this business, able to do for you? Like if you were to be able to have success in this business, I want to know what income amount per month would change everything for you and what your why is. Why are you here? Is it to be home with your kids? Is it to pay off debt? Is it to have more freedom to travel? Is it to, what are you here for? What is your goal? And I want you to keep that in front of you at all times because guess what? You are stepping into being a business owner, and being a business owner is not always rainbows and butterflies. It takes consistency and dedication on your end at the beginning of this business where you feel it's not working. Most people quit within 30 to 90 days of joining a network marketing business. I mean, if we want to go in further, most marriages, result in divorce. I think it's like 80% of businesses that start fail. People quit when things get hard. So your why is going to keep you focused. It's going to keep you here. It's going to keep you, working and consistent and driven to have success in this business. I promise you, there is no mold that you need to fit to be successful. You don't have to be a certain type of person from a certain place. You just have to have a strong why. You have to be driven enough because nobody else is going to want this more for you than you want it for yourself. So even though at the beginning of my business, none of my friends and family were supporting me, people were negative, it just didn't matter. And I showed up every single day because I wanted more than anything to be home with my kid. And 5 months later, 5 months of showing up and doing, the things where I felt like they weren't working, I was able to quit both my jobs and come home. About a year later, I was able to retire Mike from his 6-figure a year income, and now we're a full-time family. You guys, this business will change your life if you commit. So please, in the comments, why are you here? What is your why? What income per month is going to change your life? And I want you to tag your enroller. I'm so excited to see, some of your whys.